And, especially with this month, the numbers are just going well beyond our prediction. And it's going to be north of 4 million easily. It could be north of even $5 million, which just think about, $5 million bucks, tax-free, all at once. Like, I don't care who you are, that's going to change your life in a pretty dramatic way. So, when I make that phone call, I just hope, we've always had great stories, but um, it's going to be special.
The Thunder Bay 50/50 draw is set to make history this December when it awards the largest hospital 50/50 grand prize ever in Canada. Today, we'll take you for a look behind the curtain in an exclusive interview with Foundation CEO Glenn Craig as his team prepares for the grand prize draw on January 3rd at 11 a.m.
Today we're discussing Thunder Bay 50/50, which has grown to be the largest hospital 50/50 lottery in all of Canada. Monthly draws are in the millions of dollars. That's quite a success story, Glenn.
It is. We never envisioned this. When we started this back in 2021, this was our COVID pivot. We were scrambling. The world was shutting down. Events weren't happening. Healthcare was more important than ever before. Healthcare can't stop. So we joined this venture of online 50/50. I remember being asked, what was our goal? I said, if we could hit 6 figures, I'd be happy. And now it's the sky is the limit, and truly incredible.
Absolutely. How does it feel to be the most popular man in Thunder Bay?
Well, I'm popular for one person, but I think I also disappoint a lot of other ones. But
Me included. So far.
But making those calls, it's really unique because everyone has been different. I think people are stunned at first. A lot of time, is this fake? Is this a scam? And then when I don't ask for their credit card, they know, okay, this is not a scam. But we all dream about winning the lottery. What would it be like to win a few $1 million or $1 million bucks? How would that change our lives? But when we're really faced with that opportunity, it's like, what are you going to do with that kind of money? And even one of our most recent ones, he's a grandfather. He was talking about taking his kids and grandkids to Hawaii. And he was concerned about the exchange rate. The Canadian dollar is not doing so well. And he was like, I was kind of worried about the exchange rate. But he said, now I don't have to. And they're going to have that trip. And they're going to have memories. And it's not about the things maybe we help people buy, whether it's a house, a car, or whatever. But it's making their life a little bit easier. And also just like I said, some of the memories that they're going to be able to encounter and experience.
Yeah, it's a step up from so many other lotteries. I mean, when you get into the $1 million range, it's really a special project and a special place in a lot of people's lives. It really must be something to make those calls. And
we have to bleep some of it out sometimes. Because sometimes they're a little too free with what they're saying. There's a few little 4-letter words there that we kind of have to bleep out. But, even if as a young person or older person, whatever stage of life you're at, if you just have that, I don't have to worry about that mortgage payment, or I got to renew it, what's the interest rate's going to be, or you look at it and, we all have the pressures of, like I said, covering those bills, covering, mortgage, covering kids' post-secondary education or grandkids' post-secondary education. And if you have that removed from your life, just think of how much more at ease you're going to be for the rest of your life. And
Absolutely.
just enjoy things a little bit more because you're not stressed.
A lot more.
Exactly. Yeah. And, especially with this month, the numbers are just going well beyond our prediction. And it's going to be north of 4 million easily. It could be north of even $5 million, which just think about, $5 million bucks, tax-free, all at once. Like, I don't care who you are, that's going to change your life in a pretty dramatic way. So, when I make that phone call, I just hope, we've always had great stories, but it's going to be special.
It sure will. I imagine you get recognized in public and approached to talk about the 50/50. So besides fending off a lot of the nudge, nudge, wink, wink, pick me, you get to explain what sets this lottery apart. So what does make it different from so many other hospital lotteries?
Well, it's interesting. What's the expression, Thunder Bay famous? I have a little bit about that, but I was going to say I have a teenager, but she just turned 20. But she really, if I'm out and about with her, she really grounds me quite quickly. But I think, and maybe because Thunder Bay is one big town or one big village, when I've been working the store, people come in and they point, "Oh, that's an ex-boyfriend," or "I know that person," and it's like because we have a wall of all the winners' photos on the, and people just go, "Yep, oh, babysat them," or whatever. Like, and it's not 6 degrees of separation. And I spoke to somebody and they knew 3 grand prize winners, like a first-hand relationship with 3 of the winners. And I think, what other lottery has that type of connection, or people know that this is legit because they know, Aunt whatever won this. And I'm hoping, especially moving forward, especially in 2025, people are going to start to see in a big way, the impact of healthcare. I mean, this year alone, we was, I think, just over $6 million in incremental funding for equipment. We're going to see big changes in 2025.
The lottery started in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
How has it evolved since then? And do you happen to remember what the amount of the first prize was?
Well, I remember we did the first lottery. We launched it in January. We had the prize was going to be end of February. We were going to give ourselves a 6-week window because we just wanted to give ourselves as much runway as we could. And I remember we had early bird prizes, and we had 2 $500 early birds. And we thought, okay, this is risky. We didn't know, putting out that kind of money on there. And I think the first day I got a call from somebody, and I think the jackpot was already at $23,000 or $24,000. That meant we sold $50,000 worth of tickets in the first day, and we were all like gobsmacked. Like, I can't say, oh yeah, we knew this was going to happen. And then we were making that run, and we were so close to $1 million on that first one. I think we're 965. We were like, a hair's breadth away from it. And I remember some of the people who were working with on the launching it, and especially because we did all the marketing in-house. We didn't use any outside people. We didn't use any agencies. We didn't use people from Toronto. We were all doing this in-house.
Good to know.
And it was like, I don't know if they had confidence in us, but a lot of people were doing this at the time, and a lot of people had the idea. But I think it was our execution is what differentiated us. And we didn't quite hit that $1 million that first month, but it was like, okay, this is something. We're going to pay a little more attention to this. And it was, I remember doing the first call and kept getting the answer machine or, no pickup. And when you're kind of frustrated, like, because this is the first. And then our winner is 2 sisters. The one sister called back, and she was out skiing. Cross-country skiing, Howell Thunder Bay, cross-country skiing. And she shared with me that she had a wipeout, like a really bad wipeout that, just the whole face plant and,
Sure.
all that. And she was like, not the best maybe mood or whatever. And then she came back and, her and her sister won just under $1 million. So it kind of changed her mood.
Wow.
So and it's those type of stories that just, I don't know, I think as much as it's possible, our lottery has a personality. And the way we engage with our supporters, especially through social media today, and this is something that, it's just astounding what you can do in social media. But when we have people who are maybe new to the lottery asking questions about, do all winners get called or whatever, and before we get a chance to chime in with a response, somebody from our community says, well, no, this is what you need to do, or this is what happens. So like we've had this community who are kind of doing our jobs for us, answering support questions. And I don't know, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool that they are invested or engaged, that they're talking to one another, poo-pooing maybe any rumors or myths or whatever, or just helping them out. And I don't know, This is the new world of social media, and I'm learning. We have a fabulous team, but it's impressive.
Yeah, it really seems like Thunder Bay is really, really invested in this lottery because it's theirs. It's for their hospital and their healthcare, and it's close to home, and it's so big now, and it's exciting. It really is.
There's something when you did our first Christmas lottery afterwards, and again, it went the first one over $2 million, which we were blown away with, and we were advertising it, but we weren't as I don't want to say aggressive, but we were still in our learning curve. I remember afterwards, I said, I just want to look, because I live on a small little crescent in Green Acres, and I said, I just want to look, like, who on my street bought tickets? And I think I looked at practically everybody on the street bought tickets, and I was like, holy smokes. I'm not sure, I didn't do anything with that data, and I'm not trying to do anything underhanded, but I was just wanting to understand
Sure.
the how pervasive it was in the community.
Yeah.
And kind of, because I don't know, there's a couple dozen houses on the street, and I was like, oh, well, of course ours, we did buy tickets, but I was like, holy smokes. It was just that pickup rate was, I think the entire community was there.
Glenn, how much money has been raised for the Regional Hospital Foundation over the 3 years?
Tens of millions of dollars have been raised, like tens of millions. This has brought our fundraising to a whole new level and has allowed us to do more faster than we've ever had before.
How are ticket sales going right now in the middle of December towards this lottery? And where will the proceeds from this month's lottery, maybe $5 million, where will that money be directed?
We are about, in gross numbers, about 2.5 million ahead of where we were this time last year. And we're going to raise so much money that this is going to allow us to really touch almost every area of the hospital is going to benefit from this. Cardiac, cancer, the renal department, emergency, women and children's, every area is going to see a boost from this lottery.
People will be really pleased to hear that, I'm sure. What other equipment or projects has the 50/50 already funded? And what are some of the other pressing needs that'll be addressed after this lottery and perhaps in the near future?
It's everything from the mundane, new wheelchairs for the front lobby, so when people come in, they can take their loved ones to wherever they need to go to the appointment, to $750,000 investments and upgrades for a diagnostic imaging department. So it's from small, I don't want to say inconsequential, but sort of everyday things to high-tech equipment to even the phase 1 renovations in the emergency department and triage. So huge span of projects. One of the best examples is a new cath lab. Northwestern Ontario, a huge cardiovascular disease is a huge issue. We have 2 cath labs. It's important. One of them was at end of life, needed to be replaced. Rather than going out and having to launch a multi-year campaign to raise $2.5 million, we were able to say, we got that. And now we have a brand new cath lab with all the bells and whistles.
Good.
Serving the people in Northwestern Ontario.
Good. I have a particular connection to cancer care, and I'm hoping that that area, especially the urology department, will get a lot of money.
We are so fortunate. The team we have of urologists here are truly world class, and we throw that kind of hyperbole around all the time, but we really mean these are world class people.
I couldn't agree more.
And we need to put the tools in their hands so they can do the miraculous things that they do, and also keep them here in Thunder Bay, because they could go anywhere in the world with their skills.
Yep.
So
absolutely,
give them the tools, keep them happy, keep all of us in good health.
So Thunder Bay's in good hands. What does this initiative mean for Northwestern Ontario, and has the lottery sort of taken off or shown up in the interest beyond this region?
In this round of grants, for example, one of the ones I know, I just saw a check cross my desk not too long ago for $100,000 for a new digital mammography unit for Kenora, for the Lake of the Woods. So people out there are, going to see benefit. Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Center, of course, regional is a big part of it, and that's not just a name. About a good chunk, I know in the cancer world, about 30% of the volume is from outside of Thunder Bay that comes here to receive treatment. So we all benefit.
Good. This month there's $250,000 in early bird prizes, including a $50,000 holiday bonus draw on the 31st of this month. Do you sense that these additional draws have influenced response from the public as we head into the holidays?
100%. You know, we did surveys this fall. You know, people want to see more opportunities to win. You know, they want more chances. So we're doing more than we ever before. I think last year was 100,000, so we more than doubled it, $250,000 and $50,000 as a holiday bonus draw. Hey, I don't know too many people would sneeze at, you know, here's a check for $50,000. It's a nice consolation prize. At least twice a year, we do surveys. We do one in the spring, usually one in the fall, because we want to engage, we want to listen to what our donors, because we know there's lots of opportunities out there. So we heard what they wanted to say. We've put it in, we've thrown everything at the wall this December. And I think the response is they like it.
What would you say to someone who's considering buying a ticket for the December draw, but hasn't bought it yet?
Well, it's never too late. We have bonus prizes up to, I think, 3 days before the draw. And of course, the bonus prizes are great, but never when we buy them, we're aiming for the big one. Let's be honest.
That's true.
And this is going to be the biggest one yet. I think this is going to be a record-breaking draw. I'm not guaranteeing anything more than the 2.5, which we've already surpassed, but I really think this could be $5 million. And like I said, $5 million, this is going to be a life-changing amount of money.
Absolutely. It's really exciting.
The December 2024 Thunder Bay 50/50 draw is set to make history, with tickets available for purchase until 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, January 2nd at www.thunderbay5050.ca. The grand prize winner will be announced at 11 a.m. on Friday, January 3rd.